Welcome to Derry, episode 5, Nebolt Street. After learning the truth about General Shaw's operation, Leroy decides to move his family to the base for safety. Smart decision. While the tribal keepers strategize how to contain increased aggression in town, the military descends on Nebolt Street and the kids head into sewers with their own objective. Now, Lamont, I don't know if you paid attention to the comment section of our recap of episode 4, but everybody was like, hey man, what the hell is going on? What are y'all doing? Are y'all not paying attention? Have y'all not seen the It movies? That house at the end of the episode was from the original movies. What the hell is going on? Y'all need to do your research. Now, I've seen the movies one time. I don't remember them. I do vaguely. Lamont, you haven't seen the movies, correct?
Nope.
Hey, and we can read the books, we can go watch the movies, but at the same time, respectfully, I just feel that that shouldn't be necessary for a newcomer. Like, let's just pretend that we've never seen the movies before at all, or they just didn't exist. We should still be able to understand this show and it makes sense, with great writing without seeing those movies. Not saying that the writing is bad, but I just had to put that out there. Lamont, this was a great episode.
Yep.
I really enjoyed it. It frustrated the hell out of me, man. I really did like James Remar Francis's character, the general, up until this point. Oh my gosh, man. The arrogance, the entitlement that they think that they can go on Nebo Street under this house in these sewers and contain the demon from outer space. It's just like, what is wrong with you? He admitted himself that this land, when he was talking to Hanlon, hey, this entity landed on Earth. It fell from the sky 100 years ago. And this native tribe has been keeping it under wraps for 400 years. But he thinks that he just knows everything, can go in there and put a leash on it. Rose is trying to check him straight. It's frustrating, man. It's just really, it just leave stuff alone. F around and find out. Don't start none, it won't be none. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I tripping, or how are you feeling about Mr. Francis? Because he frustrated the hell out of me in this episode.
Yeah, I'm very frustrated with him, and I'm proud of Rose for stepping to him and not giving her you know what, because she understands what's going on as well. He should. If it wasn't for her, he would have died at the hands of it. And to think that you can control something that you couldn't even deal with back in the day, you've seen the power of this thing firsthand. It's just madness. It's just ridiculous. And America already has the upper hand in whoever we fight in a war, regardless. You don't need no more upper hands in the Cold War. So I was frustrated with him too. And I really thought that Leroy was going to pop him in the face. And I actually thought Rose was going to slap him too, but we saw how it happened and none of that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I really did enjoy the episode, man. But it's just like telling how people are in real life, and a certain group of people too. I don't want to make it obvious, somebody going like, "Oh, you're a racist." I don't even feel like responding to those comments, but it is just a certain group, man, a certain demographic that just take, want to control, dictate. I mean, jumping to the end of the episode, I don't know the name of the other general or lieutenant, but when Rose went to go see her nephew, well, I keep forgetting his name. It's either Jacob or Jacob, or I forgot his name. Y'all help me out in the comments, please. Don't rip me up. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell." They went to my mind, they went to my brain, they was able to read my thoughts. I don't know how, and he was freaking out. I just don't understand, when they was in the sewers, when he tried to run away, why did the dude pull out a gun and try to shoot him? Like, what? This is your lifeline. This is the expert. He is the most experienced and knows what he's doing. He is supposed to lead you to the promised land. And just because he's running away, you just want to pull out your pistol and just start shooting him? I think he emptied the whole magazine and then reloaded it and was still firing. Like, what is wrong with these people, Lamont? I just, it's just sickening. Am I tripping or what?
No, you funny, man. When you get on a tangent like this with these characters that be doing stupid stuff, man, you funny. No, you're fine. The issue we're having here is we don't know if these people are behaving on their own accord, or if Pennywise is screwing with them, because it's common sense. This man has something that can protect you guys from Pennywise. And even if he is running, why, like you said, why are you shooting at him? Now, mind you, he did trip and fall in the water and lose the artifact. And we later saw where it went, but they didn't know that. And why are you shooting at this dude when he has the very key to helping you guys overcome Pennywise? And he's the only one that know how to use it, behavior. It was stupid. And I think that maybe Pennywise was manipulating them a little more than what they led on, because the closer you get to him, the more his powers increase. And they've already said that this dude got powers like Wanda from WandaVision to control everything in Derry, and they in this boy's lair. So I think he was manipulating them to some degree.
You know what, Lamont? You've humbled me because you made a
Uh-oh.
good point. You made a good point. Can you not hear me no more?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm just shocked. Like,
Oh, okay. You scared me. I'm like, we've been having technical difficulties, and it's crazy. I was about to cry. Like, the audio is not working. Sorry, guys, bear with us. But yeah, man, you humble me because you actually make a good point, because they said that all through the episode that the creature, the demon, he's able to spread his influence out throughout the town and the sewers. And when the trials, they was having their powwow meeting, they said that as well. I was kind of laughing too. One of the elders was like, "Come on, can you get to the point?" He was like, "Excuse me, can I not educate the youngsters, so they can take our place when we pass away?" And Rose was like, "Yes, please be quiet." And he was like, "Okay, But yeah, you're right. You're right. The demon entity is influencing the town more and more and more. And when they was having that powwow, they said, "Hey, we're getting to the end of this cycle, and it's gonna be a bloodbath. We're gonna have another 27 years of peace." But I don't know. I don't know, man. Y'all let us know. Do y'all think that Mr. Trigger Finger Happy Man was really influenced, or he was just on some crazy, ego trip, stubborn? I want to control everything. You running away from me. I'm gonna shoot you, shoot you, shoot you. Just let me know. Somebody else that was humble in this episode, or at least last episode, was Marge. She was part of the patty cake gang. She showed up at the clubhouse. Runner's like, "Man, what is that chick doing here? I don't want to be kicking it with no patty cake. I'm an ex patty cake for your own business." Yeah, man. She was like, you lose an eye, bro. You're gonna be humble. She was like, but seriously though, shout out to her, because she didn't throw Lily under the bus. She made up a little story just saying, "Hey, I broke my glasses, it cut my eye, and you was running to help." It's not that believable, but they was able to make it work. So does she have any redeeming qualities for you, or are you welcoming Miss Marge into the gang, or are you kind of just like, "Man, F this chick, she's a patty cake"?
man, you know me. I'm more of the F you. I
Oh,
like F you politics. You F with me, I'm a F with you. But unfortunately, the writers like her. The writers are trying to give her a redeeming arc. And I think that the way that you're going to redeem her is that at some point in time, she's going to be a sacrifice. She's going to give up her body to save the rest of the kids. And I still ain't going to like her. She can come and let Pennywise eat all her blood like he Dracula. I'm still not going to like her. I do not like the way she did Lunatic Lily. And it should be enough for me that the eyeball thing happened to her, but I just kind of feel like, nah, that's not enough. But I think she is going to become a sacrifice for the kids.
I wouldn't be mad at that, man. I mean, I don't want her to die. I don't hate the character, but and I don't want to go as far as saying that she got what was coming. I mean, yeah, the joke that she was gonna play on Lily was cruel, but I don't think it was that bad to where she gonna, her eyes should be cut out, and she be a sacrifice. But she is somewhat of an a-hole. But y'all let us know what y'all think, though. Definitely let us know, because we're curious. What was your thoughts when Maddie first popped up?
Oh, do you recall our conversation when we first did episode number 1? Do you remember that conversation?
Remind me, help me out.
I said, I do not believe Maddie is dead. Do
Mm.
not believe it. I said, I think he's somewhere in that sewer system and that he's eventually going to get his pacifier back. I don't know if you remember us talking about that, But when that car accident happened in the very beginning of the season, and we seen that pacifier fly out of his mouth, you made a comment like, I wondered, is that pacifier going to have significance later on in the season? And I said it will, because Manny's not going to be dead and he's going to be reunited with his pacifier. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you watch me and Bavery, because we be dropping gems. Manny is back. And not only is he back, he survived. He has survived the sewers, the dwellings of Pennywise, and he's got a story to tell. The question I have for B. Avery is, how did you think he was going to behave with the other kids?
Well, I don't even know if I can answer that because you're confusing me right now. What do you mean Maddie's back?
Isn't the kid named Manny?
Maddie, yes. Maddie's not back, he's dead.
Who was the kid the kid that popped up in this episode when they went back to the tower? That's not Manny.
Yes, that is Maddie.
Yeah,
but he ended up being It the Clown.
He's what?
He's the clown. It was a farce.
Oh, okay.
Whoa! You're scaring me. What's going on? He turned into the clown at the end of the episode. What? Are we not on the same page?
I missed that. I saw at the very end when somebody ran up on Lily and she was saved by the shard. I didn't realize that was the same thing, and somehow or another I missed that part.
Oh my God, Lamont, you gonna make people unsubscribe from the channels, bro? What are you talking about? Lamont, I'm disappointed. I gotta lie. I don't mean to put you on Front Street, but that's crazy. Yes, man. I thought Maddie was back too. I was like, okay, this is unbelievable. But then he hit the clown, and unless I'm just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over here myself, but the clown was portraying himself as Maddie, lured the kids into the sewer, and then when they saw the bodies, and I don't even know if those were the real bodies or not, it could have been just some other illusion or reality manipulation. Show Phil, Teddy, and Susie, and the rest of the gang is screaming, and then Maddie starts swinging around the pole, down with the clown.
That's right.
Yeah, and he transformed into the thing. Like, oh my God.
He sure did. So, folks, I guess my excuse is I watched this a couple of days ago, and we're just now getting to the review days later, and that part just kind of slipped my mind. You know, I'm not perfect. That's all I can say. I'm not Mr. Perfect from WWF.
Okay. I don't even oh man, you threw me for a loop right there. It's cool. I was really looking forward to your response, but it's all good, man. I will say Ronnie's dad, I do feel sorry for him. At one point when of course we're gonna talk about the white lady, Miss Kersh. You know, that's a hell of an Easter egg right there. You know, word on the street is that she is the daughter of Pennywise. And I know you haven't seen the movies, but you know, she pops up in, well, I don't want to say too much because, well, I'll just stop there.
I did the trailer breakdown. I kind of already connected the dots with her. It was kind of easy just from the trailers.
Go ahead.
So basically, she's Bob Gray's daughter, and the real Bob Gray that it took his clown form from, and she's got the hairdo. She's what I forgot what they called her, Penny something, but she's Bob Gray's daughter. And what's scary to me is Lily was able to get up in that attic and see all the relics. She was able to see the pictures. She was able to kind of connect the dots from the circus and see the wig that connects Miss Kersh to Pennywise. And it's kind of scary to me that that's the person that Veronica's dad is sleeping with. That's scary.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to that, but I don't know if you caught this. When Ronnie's dad was like, hey, something attacked the bus. And he kind of said it quick under his breath. And that's a big plot point right there as well. Like, who do you think attacked the bus? Who do you think crashed the bus? There was a lot of casualties. He was able to escape. I mean, do you think I don't want to say he was hallucinating, but or just making up a story. But he may not have known what was going on. It may have just something crashed, or a car could have hit the bus and they crashed like that. Do you think it was just an accident, or something, or some entity actually crashed the bus?
Oh no, some entity crashed that bus, brother. No way. Just ain't no way. No, and it makes you wonder, is Mrs. Kersh down for the things Pennywise is doing? It makes you wonder. And if that is the case, if she has any influence over Pennywise, you know what they say, Bavery, once you go black, you never go back. She's gonna want her panty draws. And she probably got plans for Veronica's daddy.
Really?
Yeah, she knew good and well that Veronica's daddy, the only place he was going to crawl back to is her. It's her. Where else is he going to go? He can't go back home to his mama because she's going to tell. And Veronica, he didn't know where she was at. He's not. He's a wanted man everywhere he goes, except for the hurt. And so now I'm wondering how are they going to try to use Veronica's daddy?
Yeah. Leave these women alone, man. That's just not. Leave these white women alone, especially if it's in 1962. It's just, it's just not good. People are not gonna
Bavery,
this
I'm
relationship.
sorry. I'm sorry, but there's the old saying: the crazier the woman, the better the panty draws, and it's hard for men to stay away from good panty draws.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna get hung from a tree. Everybody think he's a psycho killing murder.
Right.
At one point when he was being transported, before the bus crash, and the cops were holding him up right outside the bus, and all the people were protesting and screaming, and the guy ran up and tried to shoot him. I initially thought that they was doing that on purpose, that they wanted to give the general public ability or access to kill him, and they was almost successful. But they did kind of jump in the way, and move the guy's hand in the air, so the bullet can go up instead of into him. Do you think that they was holding him there on purpose, trying to, help the general crowd assassinate him, or they was genuinely trying to protect him?
No, they wasn't trying to protect him. But then again, you have to question how many people in that crowd was being controlled by Pennywise. We saw that one cop that was standing at the door that was looking at that fine Charlotte. By the way, B. Avery, do you know what else Charlotte played in?
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of it right now off the top of my head, but I do. Let me look it up right now, real quick. Why? Do you know?
I was looking at a show the other day and I said, that chick looks familiar. And then I said, oh my God, that is Charlotte. That is Charlotte.
Yeah. He was in Beverly Hills Cop as not West, I'm finna say Wesley Snipes, Eddie Murphy's daughter, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and Zola. I haven't seen The Toxic Avenger.
Me
But yeah,
neither.
she's I liked her in the Axel Foley movie. But yeah, she's doing decent. Go ahead though.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously Pennywise was controlling the police officer standing at the door looking at Charlotte. Definitely, he was controlling that one. And so it would behoove me if he's not controlling some of these other people. But again, if Miss Kersh has any influence over Pennywise, I don't think she would want Veronica's dad to die. And maybe Pennywise was part of how Veronica's dad didn't die because Miss Kersh doesn't want him to die. So we'll see how it plays out in the very end.
Okay, y'all, yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think about that as well. Very, 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 very curious. Now, like, you made a comment. I can't remember if it was this episode or last. Just how powerful it is, and how he literally controls reality. And the reason why I said it is when they was in the sewers later on in the episode, when Halloran had jumped down in the water when there was like a dip, he started dreaming and hallucinating and went to some other world reality. It would be one thing, and I think I said this before, if Halloran was still there, but he was just kind of like in a trance and staring off into space, while all this is going on in his mind. But that's not the case. He literally disappeared and went to some other realm because the other fellow soldiers around him couldn't see him. Like, hey, where did he go? He fell down, and he never came back up. That is just like crazy, insane to me that this entity has that much power. I mean, like, I'm not a horror guy, but I cannot think of any, and maybe it does exist, and I'm a horror experts out there. Let me know. But I cannot think of any other fictional character that's evil that has that amount of power and or control. Can you? 'Cause that's just crazy, insane to me.
No. I mean, I haven't really been into horror since I was young. Only person I can think of that had those kind of powers was Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street. But you had to be asleep for him to do those type of things. With Pennywise, you can be dead ass awake. And we also learned that Pennywise is a nocturnal creature, so that's why he's hiding in those sewers during the night, during the day, and pops out to do his dirty work at night.
Yeah. Okay. Do you agree with Hanlon as far as moving his family off the base?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Off the base, he needs to move them all the way out of Derry, outside the constraints of where Pennywise can go. I'm 100% with that. But the problem is, his family feels like they're too involved with everything now. So even though he's moving them, we know they're not going to stay away.
Yeah. 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 And that's what happened, man. Little Will lied to his mom and like, hey, can I go walk around and explore the neighborhood in the base? She's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a rec center and I got some darts and then you can have fun with. But no, he goes back to the clubhouse. I don't know how he got all the way back there. And that's when Maddie pops up. And this is funny, but also scary. Lily got more drugs. Hey, my mom went and got a refill. She be popping these pills like M&Ms. Let's just take as many as we can. I was laughing my butt off because Rich was like, I don't know about all that right there. That don't seem too safe. You know what I'm saying? Are you sure? I'm like, oh yeah, let's just pop them like Skittles, like candy. And they down there high as hell, hallucinating, holding hands. That I don't know. That was just kind of weird to me, but funny at the same time. What type of drugs are those supposed to be in the first place? Do you know?
Uh, Probably something like Zoloft or maybe some antidepressant, something in that realm, some kind of a B2 agonist type of drug, something in that realm. But obviously it didn't work because Pennywise was about to eat the hell up out of Lily. The only thing that saved her was that shard.
Yeah. And back to that Shaw, I'm gonna come back to that point right there. When Rose is it Joshua or Jacob? I cannot remember his name, and
I think it's Jacob.
I
Like,
am so sorry. They gonna get mad. Y'all was recap review sucks. I'm gonna watch somebody else's channel. When
man,
he was in the police station, and Rose brought the shard in there. It's like, what was the reason for taking it away? Like, "Hey, we'll take that. You're not gonna need it for tomorrow." Like, this, like, where is his ego coming from, man? Like, what did he do to y'all in the first place? This is supposed to be your ally, and you just think that you can just go in and put a leash on this thing that you don't know nothing about. You just got a few notepads. I'm just frustrated. I mean, it's reality. We have people like that exist in the world. Of course we do, but my goodness gracious, man, I really wanted just to jump through I was really getting frustrated, bro. I'm trying to calm myself down right now because I don't want to have another rant episode, unless y'all like those type of things. But I definitely do want him to die. I
ooh,
definitely do. I definitely do.
ooh.
Do you agree or you disagree?
Yeah, I want him to suffer. Um,
It
a
just pisses
part of
me
me thinks that Rose still cares about him, and so for her sake, I'm okay if he survived, but I don't want him
No,
to
no, no, no. I'm
survive.
not. I'm not talking about Francis. I'm talking about
Okay.
the. I'm talking about the guy with the pistol that was trying to shoot at him in the sewer.
Oh no, bye. I thought you were talking about General Shaw. My bad. No,
No,
the guy with the pistol. Bye. I don't need him for what? What we need him for?
yeah,
Peace.
yeah. I also I like Russo, man. I
I
didn't.
do too. I do
I,
too.
I'm kind of sad that he's not gonna be with us anymore. He was making me laugh when he was down there and just like, hey man, what the hell? You effing with me? I don't see nothing. Who you shooting at? And I like it's just the whole concept, like, okay, hey, We got to go search these pillars, but gentlemen, we're in the enemy territory, okay? And stay on alert, because if you see something that's logically or rationally shouldn't be there, shoot it. Okay, he's going to attack your personal fears. We got these natives over here that are supposed to be our friends and lead us to the promised land and blah blah blah. It's just like, who signs up for this, bro? I would have quit so fast. It, it's no, I'm out. Discharge me. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'll go work at Walmart. I'm just being silly. But that was just crazy right there to me. But Russo is not here anymore. Um, I don't like that death. I don't like that death. Uh, I wanted him to live. I don't understand why he had to jump in front of the gun. I mean, just push it out the way, punch Hanlon, tackle him, kick him in the leg or something, like. Or if it was just bad writing or something, man. But I didn't like that, man. I just, yeah, they did it for dramatic effect. Uh,
Hmm.
but I feel like they could have kept him alive. I really wanted him to last to the end of the show. How do you feel about that?
Well, they had to take out somebody that the audience was invested in. I wish they would have took him out a different way if they had to take him out. Um, and they displayed how powerful Pennywise is. Pennywise had Leroy seeing his wife down there, whereas your boy didn't see nothing. He was trying to warn him. And when it seemed like he had got through to him, bam, here he goes again. And end of the day, we all kind of like the sidekick, and that's why they took him. You had to take somebody that we like, and his role to the story is not as pertinent as the other people. But I wish they would have let him got taken out a different way.
Yeah, I would have too. But yeah, I really did like him, man. I'm just
I
being
did
honest
too.
with you. I really did like him. But
Remember,
Lamar,
he saved Leroy's life.
yeah, yeah, yeah. One of the complaints that I've received, and I've heard a number of people complain about when they're talking about the show, is the lack of Pennywise. But he finally showed up and showed out. We talked about him earlier. We thought it was Maddie, but it was actually the clown. But I got to give it to the makeup department and design, because when he opened up his mouth and transformed into his monstrous self, with all the teeth, he had like 500 teeth in his mouth. That was quite scary and uncomfortable looking, but effective though. I like the design. They're doing a great job right there. Just showing the range of this demon character entity. I mean, do you feel the same, or how do you feel about that?
I feel like the CGI or whatever technology they are using for special effects is amazing. Shout out to Mr. Skarsgård who's playing this character. You're doing a damn good job. I'm with B. Avery. That last scene where Pennywise could have almost got Lily, where she was trapped and that shard was in between. That was an amazing display for the eyes. I mean, it was just seamless. It was perfect. The thing came out, then that shard stopped them, and it went back. That was great for the visuals. Good job. Shout out to Mr. Skarsgård. You're killing it. And now we're going to get more Pennywise. They're giving us what we want.
Yeah, and that wasn't even a complaint of mine. I mean, I can understand diehard fans of the movies, the show, the character itself, the novels. But I was never over here just like, oh man, when are we gonna get more Pennywise?
Mhm.
He hasn't shown up yet, and he finally does. Like I said, he showed up and showed out. But I was fine with the way he was popping up, in not his signature form.
Me
Uh,
too.
so,
Because I don't know any better though. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I don't know any better. So it was fine for me to just kind of sprinkle him here and there. But I support the fans and the hardcore fans and what they want. And I oftentimes feel like when there's a series built on the hardcore fans, yes, you want to get more audience, but you can't forget about the things that make your hardcore fans tick. So if they want to see more Pennywise, I support their plight.
Right on, right. I forgot to mention this earlier though. This is just like a little small, no big deal. When Maddie did pop up, who was actually it, I did get a chuckle out of Will picking up that bat. Like, who's in there? Come out. Nobody else did anything. Rich, he had his fist up, but I don't know. I just like the fact that Will got the bat. That was about it. Um, Do you like his attitude towards his parents though?
Will,
Yeah, the little black boy.
um, I
You think?
don't like the attitude, but I understand where it's coming from. Um, with the type of things he has seen and has gone through, you that's probably the very least you can expect from his attitude. It could be worse in some case. Look at the relationship Lily has with her mom, and look at what she's going through. So
Mhm.
you could expect something to be worse, but I understand where it's coming from, and because of where it's coming from, I would give him a pass on what he's dealing with when it comes to his parents.
Right on, right on. Um, one of my favorite characters now is Rose. I
Mm,
like her. I don't know if I felt that much passion for her before, but it was just something about her rushing into the office, trying to talk to friends. It's just like, hey, where's my family member? I'm saying that because I still don't remember his name. He's like, oh my God, let me button up my shirt. Rose, I'm so sorry. I got this drug 5 years ago, for defensive measures, and it opened my mind and made me remember everything from 45 years ago. The fact that and I'm talking about Francis here, that you forgot everything that happened in Derry. You got a drug and everything came back. This is not something that you just should be toying around with. I know this is like the third time I've brought this up, man, but the ego of some of these characters, man, specifically these white people, is just crazy to me, is just crazy to me, and it is telling. They just think they can run the world and control everything, but that's just not the case. So y'all let us know what y'all think about that. But Lamont, I gotta ask you, there is one thing that I just truly do not understand, that popped off in this episode. We're going back to Holleran and
yeah,
his hallucination when he woke up in his home and his grandmother was there. At first that looked like it was Ronnie's mother, from
it did.
I was like, wait a minute, but that was his grandmother. And I'm assuming this is his father or stepfather or uncle or something. Diabolical, man. Gonna shoot the granny in the leg. They got the powers, and everybody's in the comment section, but like, hollering. It's not. It's the exact same character from The Shining. I have not seen that movie, and people saying I need to see that. I'm probably not going to see it. It may be too scary for me, just to be honest with you. But he was complaining like, y'all think y'all slick, communicating with each other through the mind. I know what y'all are saying. And, hey, this power that you have, it needs to be used. You just don't need to put it away. Shoots the grandmother and opens the box. Made a comment earlier about how he put his fears in the box. I just don't understand that entirely. Can you shed any light on that for me? And I'm also looking forward to everybody's commentary in the comment section too, as far as that's concerned, because I know y'all gonna break it down. But how are you feeling about that, man?
Yeah, I understand it because I one of my friends that's following us kind of explained it to me about The Shining and how this goes into the King universe. So basically, think of it as Professor X. This is the best way I can explain to you. You remember Professor X and Jean Grey when she got the Phoenix Force, and how Professor X had to go in her mind to wrap the Dark Phoenix up and keep it locked in her mind, if you can recall that.
Yeah,
So that's what Holleran has with a lockbox. All the evil entities, these dark spirits, he locks them away in his mind with his psychic ability, the same way X did that to Dark Phoenix. However, the problem he's dealing with here is, guess who has the magic key to unlock that box in his mind?
this
Pennywise.
okay, okay.
Pennywise. Pennywise has the power to, no matter what Holleran do, to put that lock box of demons and devils and creatures and lock it away. Pennywise has the power to unlock that box. So that's what they mean when they talk about the analogy of the box and how he's locking away these evil spirits and all these other things.
Right on, right on, right on. What have I left out, man? Do you have any other lingering thoughts, theories, questions, and concerns about this episode that we can chop it up real quick? I'm gonna let you have it with your final thoughts, if you have anything you want to get off your chest.
My final thought is this is a great series. We are thankful that you guys follow us, and we don't mind being vulnerable and letting you know that we don't get everything right. We watch so many shows, we are reviewing so many different things that we rely on you to make comments to help trigger the algorithm so that we can grow by letting us know things that we miss. that's your special deal with us, and we enjoy you doing it. Please keep doing it.
Right on. Also, man, rest in peace, Rudy Mancuso, Cuso, Captain Paulie Russo. When Hollering, well, when Hanlon was at the base talking to Francis, he was like, "Hey, was Hollering able to make it out?" Francis seemed like he didn't give a damn. Oh, it's Hollering. He'll be able to make it out of there. But Hollering ran out the sewer, not ran out, but he walked out of the sewer and saw the ghost of Russo over there. And so we got to see how that's going to play out next episode as well. Really, really interesting what's going to happen to Ronnie's father, and
Yeah.
this relationship that he has with this white woman. They kissing and hugging and booty rubbing in the middle of the forest, man. I didn't know what to think at first, like, oh, what's he about to do to her? But that this is the white woman that he was with, and Charlotte hit her up, and they're gonna have some type of underground railroad. So we're
Hey,
going to see. We're going to see.
he better keep beating the hell. He better keep stroking the hell out of that woman, because if he don't, if he go in there and don't do her right one good time, she has the power to make life very bad for him, potentially end it.
Right on. And y'all, again, I do apologize about the quality of the video. I'm over here having some serious technical difficulties. I was using Restream, but that is not working right now. So we're using StreamYard. And I know that the audio and video may not sync up the best. So we do apologize. We'll try to have this better for you next time. But until then, we do want to thank you for watching our recap. We do appreciate it. If you're watching this on Lamont's channel, please subscribe to my channel. If you're watching this on my channel, please subscribe to Lamont's channel. And guys, we just want to thank you again so much for tuning in. We will see you guys for episode 6. But before you go, don't forget that I'm Bavery, that's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.